The vision of Gadriel and Joshua Jesus are finally being judged and rebuked. This is the revelation of the vision about Joshua, whose name is synonymous with Jason and Judas. And also Yeshua and Jesuits and Jesus. And whom is rebuked by for his blasphemy against and for being not a man but an omen, and for claiming to be the high priests. Zechariah chapter 3 verse 1, to the end. And he showed me a vision of Joshua, whom was standing half naked and was ragged and filthy. And whom was being judged by Elu'hymn. And whom was standing before the Holy One. Whom is the holy angel. And Joshua, Judas Jesus, was being judged by the odd. And also Satan, whose name was also named Gadriel and Gog and God. And who was standing next to Joshua Judas Jesus, who was at Satan's right hand. And they both were being arrested by holy angels. And they both were being rebuked by whom is the Holy One. And the odd said unto Satan, and to Judas Jesuits Jesus, whom is also called Joshua. And he said, O Satan, whom is also called the Lord, even Elu'hymn, whom is the odd, have rebuked you. And thou hast been banished forever from entering into holy kingdom, and also from coming into holy habitation. Even seeing into holy Jerusalem, because holy Jerusalem is reserved for only chosen people, and it isn't for you, Satan. Because has rebuked thee, and thou, Satan, shall be burnt up within tongues of fire that Elu'hymn have plucked out from underneath the wings of cherubim. Now Joshua was clothed within a filthy garment, and Joshua, whom is also known as Yeshua and Judas Jesuit Jesus, was standing next to Satan. And they both stood in judgment court, which was before Elu'hymn, whom is also known as the holy angel. And Joshua answered and spoke unto Elu'hymn, and all those that were his followers stood before Elu'hymn. And said to his angel, Take them all away in their filthy garments, and cast him away from me. And also all those that are their followers. But unto all those that are said, Behold, I have caused their iniquities to pass away from them, and I will clothe them with a change of raiment. And then he said, And let them be crowned. And set a fair mitre crown be placed upon their heads. So they set a fair mitre crown upon their heads, and they were clothed within a change of garments. And the angels of the odd stood by and none of them protested. And holy angel took Satan, whom is also named the Lord. And they also took Yeshua Joshua, Judas Jesus at saying. And they bound both and Satan and Judas Jesuit Jesus. And they cast them down into hell. And they both were finally being banished. Then said Elu'hymn, the odd, to hosts. If they had walked in ways, and if they had kept charge, then they too also would have been a judge house, and if they also had kept courts. Then would have given them a palace to live in, and also a place to walk among these that are also standing by me. Alleluia. Now hear this, O Satan and Joshua Yeshua Jesuit Judas Jesus, I am the high priest, and thou are not. And those that are following you, they are not any high priests. Because only those whom are like fellows, and all those who are sitting before they are men that thou should behold and be wondering at, because I have brought them forth because of my servant whom is called Alleluia, and whom is also called the branch. Because they shall behold Alleluia, and also they shall behold holy Jerusalem, which is built with gemstones. Which Alleluia have laid the foundation with. Which Joshua Judas Jesus shall never lay his eyes upon. And not even one stone shall be seen by his eyes, and in which shall engrave their names within the graving thereof. Thus says he whom is the of hosts, and then Alleluia shall remove the sins that was caused by Gadriel, whom is called Satan. And also all the iniquities and the sins that was caused by Joshua, whose name is synonymous with Judas and Jesuit and Jesus. And Yeshua and also Yeshua. And then Alleluia would cleanse all the sins that are upon land in one day. And in that day, thus saith Alleluia whom is the odd. That all those whom are they shall know whom the odd. And to all those whom are lauding and to all those whom have odd whom is the odd of all of hosts. They all would be dwelling with me, whom is also Elu'hymn, because they have being called by E. And then every man, and his neighbor that are is, they shall all live under E's kingdom, whom is the true vine, and they shall walk under E's fig trees. Thank you, the end to be continued.